नमयों विष्णुपादाय श्रीगौरप्रियमूर्तये श्रीमते भक्तिवल्लभतीर्थगोस्वामिनामिने कृपया क्षमतामपराधिजनं कलुषायुतसक्तसुदीननरं सुपथे परिचालय सर्वदिनं प्रणमामि च माधवदेवपदम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। We are hearing from Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 5th chapter. Yesterday we heard, after Prahlad was taken to the school of Shanda and Damarka, they had threatened him to speak who had, instructed this knowledge of Krishna Bhakti to him. They told, they said, please bring the stick. This Prahlad is not going to hear to what we are saying. He only hears to the words of the stick. Bring it. Unless until he is chastised, he will not, come in the line of, the asuras. He is just like a thorny bush, or you can say tree of thorns in the middle of the forest of sandalwood, which is compared to the demons. The demons finally compared to a forest of sandalwood, and Prahlad is a tree with thorns. It looks like Vishnu, who is like an axe to chop the trees of sandalwood. Prahlad is going to become a handle of that axe. So he needs immediate punishment. Like this, they shouted at Prahlad. And by showing that, threatening to Prahlad, they thought now we should instruct him about, dharma, artha and kama, because now he will understand. Sometimes you just by becoming angry, things will fall into place. If you say it sweetly or nicely, a child may not, you know, accept what you are saying. But once you threaten him, once he sees that you will become angry, then he will again, okay, this angers mama, this angers papa, so let me not do this. So similarly, they thought that with this probably Prahlad will be all right, and he will no longer be interested in those studies. They taught the religiosity, sense gratification, economic development, and also the subjects of Sama, Dama, Dana, Veda, Danda, the four kinds of political matters have been nicely taught to him, and he also studied all of them. One day, again, they brought Prahlad to the palace of Hiranyakashipu. This time, his mother Kayadu bathed him, decorated him with nice cloths, beautiful cloths, nice ornaments, and he was presented in front of the king Hiranyakashipu. As soon as he saw Hiranyakashipu, Prahlad offered his obeisances to his father, and the father very affectionately took him on his lap. He kissed his head, and then he also bathed him with tears. This time, Hiranyakashipu asked Prahlad, of whatever you have learned from your gurus, please state that which is the best according to you. Whatever you have learned the best, without any doubt that you can say from the teachings of your guru, please narrate that. So he has actually narrowed the scope of Prahlad to speak whatever subject he likes. Whatever you learned from your gurus, of that whatever you like, of which you can explain without any doubt, you speak that. And Prahlad Maharaj replied, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishno Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atmanivedanam Iti Pumsarpita Vishno Bhaktische Navalakshana Kriyeta Bhagavatyadha Tanmanye Adhitam Uttamam. Prahlad Maharaj replied that hearing the name, form, qualities, pastimes and associates of Supreme Lord, by chanting of these things, by remembering these things, by performing the service of the lotus feet of Vishnu, by performing the puja of Vishnu with the 16 kinds of paraphernalia, by considering oneself as his servant, by having friendship with the Supreme Lord, and by total submission to Supreme Lord. These are the 9 limbs of devotion. These are the 9 limbs of devotion, means offering oneself through the mind, body and speech. These 9 kinds of devotion, when performed by surrendering to Supreme Lord, Amar mate tini uttam adhyan. That person's learning is topmost learning. Means learning of these 9 limbs of devotion, the learning of Atma Samarpan, complete surrender, is the best of all learnings. All other learnings will only, make the soul conditioned more and more in this material world. But the best learning among all is researcher or a founder or chairman of any big company. But yet, after we are finished, none of these designations will remain. But if we learn Sharanagati, then we have learned the higher subject matter. That is why Shikhaya Sharanagati Bhakatera Pran. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is writing, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared in this material world mercifully. For what purpose? Shikhaya Sharanagati. He had appeared to teach Sharanagati. Bhakatera Pran, which is the life of a devotee. Without Sharanagati, one is a dead person. Jivat Chava. While living, one is dead. He may be, inhaling and exhaling, but it's like a bellow. The bellow is also blowing air, but there is no life in it. In a similar manner, we are like that bellow without any life if there is no Sharanagati. So, the best learning is that total surrender to Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, where there is 9 limbs of devotion followed. Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur writes in the commentary, Ei adham विप्रद्वयेर गुरुत्वयी नाय ইহাতে গুরুদেব শ্রী নারদের নিকট হইতে কেবল ভক্তি আমি শিক্ষা করিয়াছি অতএব তাহাই বলি এইরূপ মনে করিয়া প্রহ্লাদ বলিলেন শ্রবণম ইত্যাদি. So Hiranyakashipu asked, whatever you learned from your guru, please tell that. Prahlad Maharaj thought, actually Shanda and Damarka cannot be called as gurus. Why? Who is a guru? Guru na sasyat. That person cannot be called as a guru. Who? Who cannot be called as a guru? He who cannot deliver the living entity from the conditioned state. He cannot be called as a guru. He may be some instructor, he may be some teacher with some knowledge of some subject, but he cannot be called as a guru. Who knows better than Prahlad of this? Prahlad thought Shanda and Damarka cannot be called as gurus. They are called Guru Buruva. They are like gurus, but they are not gurus. My actual guru is Narad. Therefore, because father asked, what is the best learning from your guru? I think Narada as my guru, I shall instruct what I learned from Narada. And therefore he replied this, Shravanam, Kirtanam, etc. पाद सेवन बोलिते परिचर्या अर्चन पूजा दास्य निजेर दासत्व भावना. So pada sevana means service, worshipping the deity or worshipping the, serving the lotus feet of Supreme Lord. That's pada sevana. And archana means puja, worship. And dasya means to consider oneself as a servant of Supreme Lord. Sakhya nijer tahar mitratva rupe bhavana. And Sakhya means to consider oneself as a friend of Krishna. Evam dhrida vishwas, and of this utmost faith. Goptritve varan, considering the Lord to be our own, that He is mine, He is my caretaker, He is my protector, He is my all in all. Like the Sakhas, the friends of Krishna, they have got this faith. If anything untoward comes upon them, they will simply say, Kanaya, please protect us. Because they know that here is a friend who can rescue them under all circumstances. They made friendship with the Supreme. They knew that if we take shelter of Krishna, we will not be in danger. So Goptritve Varan, to consider, to have complete faith in understanding that Krishna is my all in all, He is my caretaker, He is my rescuer. आत्मनिवेदन बोलते आत्म समर्पण एवं देह समर्पण ताहा अबार भाव विशेषेर सहित एवं भाव विशेष रहित जेमन रुक्मिणी प्रभृतिर और बलि महाराज प्रभृतिर. एंड आत्मनिवेदन, complete surrender. Complete surrender means including the self, the body, etc. Total surrender means the body, the mind and the speech, everything totally submitted. Not that, okay, mind is something, doing something and the body is doing something else and the speech is doing something else. No. One who is one with the mind, body, and speech, he can be called as fully surrendered. He can be called as a sadhu. His mind, his speech, and his activities, all three should be in line. All should be the same. Whatever he is speaking should be what he is doing. Whatever he is doing is what he is thinking. They are not different. Everything is the same. Whereas for people like us, duplicious, we think something and we speak something else. Inside we are thinking, is rascal, is stupid. Oh, nice Prabhuji, you are such a humble devotee. From outside, inside, rascal, stupid. This feeling. Why? Because we are not inside out same. We are something inside, something else outside. So, here, Atmanivedan means surrendering the self and including the body. Now, there are different types of surrender. One is Bhava Visheshera Sahito and the other is Rahito. That is with Bhava, with feelings, with emotions, and other is without feelings or without emotions. Example, Rukmini and others. They are also fully surrendered. They have surrendered their body, their self, their mind, their speech, everything in service of Supreme Lord. But with bhava, with emotions, with feelings that he is our master, he is our husband, he is our lover. In this manner, there are feelings. On the other hand, Bali Maharaj also had submitted fully to Supreme Lord, but there is no such emotion. He has surrendered, yes, but that surrender and the surrender of the Rukmini etc. are totally different. One is with bhava, with emotions and feelings, and the other is without devotional. Emotion means devotional sentiments, and the other is without devotional sentiments. पुंसा पुरुष मात्रेर द्वाराई এই বিষয়ে বর্ণ আশ্রম আদির কোনো নিয়ম নাই, or that person should be belonging to a particular order of life, sannyasa, grihastha, etc. There is no such discrimination. Pumsa means jiva matre, just a living entity, any living entity is eligible for this devotional activity. পুরুষ শব্দের জীবমাত্র বাচকত্ব হেতু স্ত্রীলোকেরাও এই ভক্তির অনুষ্ঠান করিতে পারেন। পুরুষ, actually the literal meaning of is male, but generic meaning is any living entity. So as it is generic meaning, women are also included. Means it's not only for man, iti pumsarpita, oh pumsa is only for male persons, not for female. It's not like that. Here pumsa is a neutral gender. It's not a male gender, masculine gender. It's a neutral gender. It is applicable to man and it is applicable to women also. That is why in the scriptures many places the masculine word is used. Even in Harikatha you say he, or very less frequently we say she. More frequently it is he we say. But here we should not take that he means it's only applicable to a male person. Here he indicates it's a neutral gender. It is applicable to man, women also, she also. So here scriptures many places they say that he is a pashu, he is an animal. So it doesn't mean that all she are not animals. She, he, both are animals if they are not performed bhajan. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is telling that pumsa here is not necessarily masculine, it is jiva, living entity. নবলক্ষণা, এই শ্রবণাদি নয়টির মধ্যে কোনো অ্যাক্টিভ যদি করা যায় তাহা হইলে তাহা ভক্তি হইবে, এই অর্থ। And Navalakshana, there are 9 limbs, which means out of these 9, even if one of them is followed properly, one will get the ultimate thing. It's not like all the 9 limbs are to be done. Any one of those limbs are performed, one will attain the Supreme Lord, or that will be devotion. Adha bolite সাক্ষাৎ ভাবেই বিশুদ্ধা ভক্তির অনুষ্ঠান করিতে হইবে, কিন্তু জ্ঞান ও কর্মাদির ব্যবধানে অর্থাৎ অঙ্গ হিসাবে নাহে, এই অর্থ। And ক্রিয়তে ভগবতী adha. Adha is used. The meaning of adha is that vishuddha, pure, unalloyed, without any mixture of jnana and karma. We are not performing devotion considering devotion to be a limb of jnana or karma, or we should also not consider jnana and karma to be limbs of devotion. Do you get the point? Karma and jnana are not limbs of devotion, and devotion is not a limb of karma and jnana. They are independent. In fact, karma and jnana are dependent on bhakti, but devotion is not dependent on karma and jnana. A person who is performing fruitive activities, dharma activities, a person who is performing, seeking for knowledge, in order to get success in that particular fields of karma and jnana, devotion is required. It has to be mixed with some devotion. Like, when we are doing some customary activities, duties in this material world, karma activities, there is a worship of Supreme Lord that is, attached with it. We are doing, let's say, Griha Pravesh, housewarming ceremony. Not just the devotees. The non-devotees, they are also doing housewarming ceremony. The non-devotees also doing thread ceremony. They are also doing marriage ceremony. In all of these things, they are invoking the prayers of all the gods, including Lord Hari. What does it mean? Devotion. They are doing karma activity, karmakanda activity, but within that there is an invocation to Supreme Lord Sri Hari, which means there is some devotion. But principally it is karma. That is why it cannot be called as bhakti. 2 types of bhakti. One is bhakti mixed with karma or jnana, and other is karma and jnana mixed with devotion. You understand? Devotion mixed with karma and jnana, and other is devotion mixed with karma and jnana. What is the difference? The difference is which is the prominent thing, that is the difference. Devotion is prominent and karma and jnana are mixed with it. That still can be called as superior devotion, form of devotion. When devotion is mixed with karma and jnana, it's like you are adding milk to water or water to milk. It may look alike, both are white. But if you are adding milk to water, then it is less nourishes. And if you are adding water to milk, then it is more nourishes. No matter, both are mixed, of course. Both are mixed. But pure devotion means there is no aspect of jnana and karma at all. Do you get the point, Ishwar Prabhu? Okay. So, here adha means pure, without any mixture, unalloyed devotion. Kintu jnana o karmadir vyavadhane nahe. Not like considering that devotion is a limb of, jnana and karma. We should not consider like that. Pure devotion should be performed. अर्पिता এই নবলক্ষণ বিশিষ্টা ভক্তি যদি ভগবান বিষ্ণুতে সমর্পণ পূর্বক অনুষ্ঠান করেন তাহা হইলে আমার মতে উহাই উত্তম ভক্তি। Now we are performing devotion. What is the purpose of performing devotion? If we do an activity, we immediately think, oh, what is the outcome of it? Oh, if you do devotion, you'll get liberated. If you perform devotion, you'll get Krishna Prem. If you do devotion, then all your material problems will be solved. No. This is not the purpose of performing devotion. The performance of devotion should be as an offering to Vishnu, that's all. Whether I will get liberation or not, whether my material problems will be gone or not, whether I will get Krishna Prem or not, I am not doing for any of these purposes. I am not seeing that, oh, I want this result, that is why I am doing it. No. Whatever I am doing, these kinds of devotional forms, I am doing it as an offering to Vishnu. Just like we say, we take the water of Ganga to worship Ganga. Many are offering tarpan in Ganga, right? They are doing worship of Ganga. How are they doing? They are taking water from Ganga and they are giving water back to Ganga. So, we are performing devotional activities not with any particular reason or cause, that is as an offering to Vishnu. Iti pumsarpita Vishnu. One has to offer this to Vishnu. That is Uttama Bhakti, that is topmost devotion. Means where there is no desire to get anything. Srila Sridhara Swamipad बोलें पूर्वे समर्पण करियाई यदि भक्तिर अनुष्ठान करा है किंतु अनुष्ठान करिया पश्चात अर्पण नहीं. Srila Sridhar Swami has written that first is submit, then perform. Not like perform and then submit. It's a very nice point that Srila Sridhar Swami is telling. First you submit and then perform an activity. Not like perform first and then offer. Because if you don't submit yourself completely, then while performance of that activity, you are not thinking about Supreme Lord. While performing, you may think, oh, I am doing this, I may get this result. After that, okay, no, I should not be the enjoyer, let me offer to God. No. First offer yourself and then perform bhajan. Means, we can follow the instructions of Gurudev, we can follow the instructions of Vaishnavas only after we give ourselves to them. In our current state, oh, I want to, Gurudev told this, no, it's very difficult to follow, it's impossible for me, that person can do, but it's not for me. No, if you submit, first submit, and then it becomes very easy to follow. So, unless we become of Guru, unless we become of Vaishnavas, unless we become of Krishna, we will not be able to follow their instructions properly. Prahlad Maharaj is telling that these are the 9 limbs of devotion. If I don't consider myself as a servant of Prahlad, if I don't give myself to Prahlad, then how will I accept his teachings 100%? I will be able to accept his teachings 100% only if I give myself to him. Then he will reveal totally in my heart. Whatever he is instructing, whatever Guru is instructing, he will reveal those instructions to me in my heart when I submit myself first. That's why Sridhar Swami says, not do and submit and do. That is the process. अथवा विष्णुते अर्पण बोलते श्री विष्णुर सुखेर means what he is telling is that Atma Samarpan first. Total surrender to Supreme Lord first. Not with an anticipation of any result, but I submit myself to him in such a state, one can perform devotional limbs properly. अथवा विष्णुते अर्पण बोलिते विष्णुर सुखेर उद्देश्य ही करा जाए. Or another meaning is that to submit, to offer to Vishnu, what it means is to perform an activity for the pleasure of Vishnu. What will you offer? If a guest is coming to your house, not anything that you like can be offered. What that person likes is to be offered. That is called an offering, isn't it? Something is prepared in the house, you eat. What to do? You didn't inform me before that you are coming, is there just to eat. And the other way is, sorry, I had no information, please tell me what you like, I shall prepare in the next 15 minutes by the time you get ready. So first, offering means for the pleasure of whom we are offering to. So Pumsarpita, Sridhar Swami says that offering to Vishnu means pleasure of Vishnu. Not like perform anything and offer it to Vishnu. Udi khoi Govindaya Nama. Person is carrying, fluffed rice, and he is asked, please give this offering to Shaligram. He is saying, oh no, I have a lot of way to cross in the forest. What will I eat if I give to your Vishnu deity? I want to carry. So he is carrying all the way. In the middle there was a very heavy storm, heavy wind, and it's a puffed rice. So it was blown in the air. He was of course tying it, but the wind was so strong that it flew in the air, and whatever he could catch hold of, he tried to keep it, but whatever has flown away, he is telling Govindaya Nama, I am offering it to Govinda. When it has been asked to Govinda, he is telling, no, I will not. But that which is not in the hands, now I am offering to God. Similarly, when we are young, when we can do bhajan, everything is fine, then no, let me earn money, let me do this, let me do that. I am chanting, okay Baba, I am chanting, let me progress slowly. When the old age comes, when I am 70, 75, oh Prabhu, I want to stay in the mutt. At the age of 75, 80 persons come and say, I want to stay in the mutt. I want to give my life entirely in the service of Krishna. What entirely is remaining, Baba? What is remaining entirely you want to give? I have understood that material life is nonsense and there is nothing remaining in the material world. I want to give myself. I want to make my life perfect by giving myself in the service at the age of 80. Because, not due to devotion, but because there is no one serving him in the house. He thought son will take care of him, daughter will take care of him, or the son-in-law will take care of him, but they all said that you are old, go to pilgrim places. Why are you sitting in the house? Go. We will give you some money, we will fund your pilgrim tour, but don't stay in the house. So he has no rescue, he has no place to stay other than mutt. And now he will say, oh, Krishna is all in all. Wow, what happened when you were 20 years old? When you heard from the Vaishnavas, when you heard from the sadhus, when you heard from the scriptures, Krishna is all in all. That time we did not realize. But Udi khoi Govindaya Nama, whatever is remaining, whatever is flown away, I'll give to Govinda. This is not the right way. Offering means that which pleases Vishnu, not like what pleases us. বিষ্ণুতে অর্পণ করিতে শ্রী বিষ্ণুর সুখের উদ্দেশ্যই করা হয়. So to offer to Vishnu means for the pleasure of Vishnu. কিন্তু তাহার ফলের নিজেতে বিনিয়োগের দ্বারা নাহে. Not as a barter system. That okay, I perform devotion, I will get this in return. If I hear about Krishna Katha, then I'll get liberation. Then my material problems will be solved. I heard that if you chant the holy name, then all material miseries will be finished. So I will chant. No, not that with that purpose. The purpose should be pleasure of Vishnu. Kintu anya abhilasha shunyatve যদি হয় তাহা হইলে উত্তম অধ্যয়ন মনে করি. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in his purport is telling that, according to me, Prahlad is telling that if one performs devotion of Vishnu by becoming free from all other desires, that is the best education. So even, he could have told Shravana, Kirtana, Smarana, etc., but he told no, just not that. By becoming completely free from all material desires, performing Shravana, Kirtana, Smarana is best. So, which means pure devotion, not simply for the sake of performing devotion, not lip service, but actual from within. That is what is the best education that I learned from my Guru. इहाई उत्तमा भक्ति अर्थात अन्याभिलाषिता शून्य हइया श्री कृष्णेर आनुकूल्ये यदि अनुष्ठान करा जाए ताहा उत्तमा भक्ति. So becoming free completely from all material desires and by performing devotion that is favorable to Krishna, means that which pleases Krishna, not like Shishupala Danta Vakra, not like Ravana Kumbhakarna, but favorable devotion by giving up everything is called as Uttama Bhakti, topmost devotion. According to me, Prahlad Maharaj is telling this. Now, Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur has written long purport. There are 9 limbs, and each of the limbs have been described little in detail. Srila Prabhupada talks about all the 9 limbs in, I think, 9 pages, no more than 9 pages. More than that, actually. So we will have to go through them in detail and try to understand what Prabhupada is wanting to give us. But for today, we will stop here, because today I am going to Jaipur again. In the afternoon I have to leave around 12 o'clock. So from tomorrow we will not have Harikatha for 5 days till Sunday. Sunday night I will be back. So Monday is our Param Gurudev's disappearance day. On the 11th, yes. So Monday we will again resume our Harikatha with the remembrances of our most revered Param Gurudev, and then after that continue the Navada Bhakti as explained by Srila Prabhupada. Yes, there will be celebration, yes. There will be, all the Vaishnavas will come. 9 o'clock the Kirtans will begin, 10 o'clock, and then Hari Sabha will begin at 11 o'clock. Devotees will sing the Kirtans. Yes. Till by 9 we shall complete our class. Okay. Also his disappearance, yes. So on the 11th we will meet again. Okay. No? We don't want to meet me on 11th? Let's go to Jaipur. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गांधर्विका गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय. परमाराध्यतम पतित पावन स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी श्री गुरु महाराज की जय. नित्य लीला प्रविष्टोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति दयित माधव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय. जगत गुरु श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय. श्री श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर्ग की जय. श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ षड गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय. श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय. श्री कृष्ण द्वैपायन वेदव्यास महामुनि की जय. श्री सुखदेव गोस्वामी एवं परीक्षित महाराज की जय. जय श्री श्री नारद गोस्वामी एवं युधिष्ठिर महाराज की जय. जय श्री श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय. समागत भागवत श्रवणकारी भक्तवृंद की जय. श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय. श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय. गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल.